Hey guys, so it is almost the end of October. Almost. We have a few days left, but I figured by now I kind of know which products I loved, which products I didn't. So I wanted to go through and share my favorites and a few fails with you guys. Instead of doing a separate disappointing products video like I've been doing, I thought I would include them in today's video because I only have a couple. So I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you've been loving. I hope that October was really great for you guys. I can't lie, I'm ready to see October go. I never say that, but I just did not feel good like the entire month of October. I started struggling with allergies, which is something that I've never dealt with before. I talked about it in my Get Ready With Me, but I feel for you guys that struggle with that because it is not fun. And then, there was just, I feel like I was just really anxious and really stressed the entire month, and I couldn't pinpoint why. I think it was just because I wasn't feeling great, but I can't believe I'm saying this. I am ready for winter. I'm hoping that like the cold weather comes soon, and I don't know, I'm just like in a wintry mood. Brady and I were making some holiday plans, and we're going to go to New York City in a few weeks and see the Rockettes and do some Christmas like holiday type things. So I'm just looking forward to the next few months, but I still wanted to share my favorites with you guys because I do have some things that I've been loving and some things that I didn't love. So I hope you guys enjoy this little roundup of products that I've been really focusing on during the month. So I actually have two different powders that I've been loving throughout the month of October. The first one is the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder, and this one is just the translucent powder. I believe it comes in a few different shades. I think there's a darker shade and then also a yellow toned shade, and I'm kind of curious to try out the yellow toned one, but lately I've just been really loving the translucent version. So I've been using this to set my foundation basically every single day, and I've been on a big pressed powder kick in 2018, so this is definitely a change for me, but I like it. I think this powder is really lightweight, so it does set your foundation into place, but it doesn't add any extra coverage. It's not overly mattifying. It kind of reminds me of the Cover FX loose setting powder, but it's a lot more affordable. The only thing about this one is that you only get 0.3 ounces, which is not a whole lot. I don't remember how much it is off the top of my head, but I've used up about half of it, and usually I'm very slow at using up pressed powders, but because you get such a small amount, I could see myself going through this fairly quickly. That being said, it looks really great. It sets everything into place, and again, my skin does not look overly matte. I wouldn't say that it locks my foundation into place all day long, but if you don't want like a super matte dry look, this one is a great option, and it really is translucent. I've also been loving the Too Faced Banana Setting Powder from the Tutti Frutti collection. Before this, I was using the yellow or banana setting powder from Essence, and that one does a really good job, but there's something about the texture of this one that I love for under the eyes. It's very silky, very lightweight, really smoothing, and it just goes on really beautifully. I personally think I go through the Essence powder very quickly because it is a little bit more of like a powdery powder. So whenever I swirl a brush in there, it tends to kick up a lot of extra powder. This one's pressed pretty firmly, so I don't feel like I'm going through it as quickly, which is kind of nice because it definitely is a more expensive powder. I can see a little dip in the pan because I do use it almost every single day just under my eyes to brighten them up a little bit, but I do love the texture of this powder. Also, it is scented, but I kind of feel like the scent is wearing off a little bit. Either that or I'm just getting used to it because I can't smell it as much as I did when I first got it. So if you guys are very sensitive to scents, it's not an overwhelming banana scent, but it is there. So I did do a Sephora haul this month, and I actually picked up the Becca Cosmetics. They have like a little mini highlighter set available on Sephora's website, and it's such a good value because you do get 4 mini highlighters, but they're all permanent shades. And I've been wanting to try a lot of these, and for me personally, I never finish up an entire highlighter, so I'm completely satisfied with mini highlighters, and the quality is the exact same as the full-size highlighters, and they're beautiful. I love every single shade. It came with Opal, which is one of my favorites, but I've really been loving Rose Quartz. That's not the one I have on today. I wore this one yesterday, and it looks really pretty with like a pink blush and pink eye looks. The one that I'm wearing today is Vanilla Quartz, and it's just such a beautiful like bright highlighter, and you can build it up to look really intense. And then it also comes with the shade Prismatic Amethyst, which is probably the one that I wear the least just because it's more of like a purple toned highlighter, but it still is really beautiful. So again, I would definitely recommend picking this up if you guys like the Becca highlighters and you've been wanting to try out more shades, because these have been like my go-to highlighters, and I just think they're the perfect size. I mean, no matter how much I use them, I honestly don't think I'll hit pan because I go through highlighters very slowly, and it's kind of like, 4 minis for the price of one full-size highlighter. I just think it's such a good deal. So I think my go-to eyebrow pencil is going to be the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown. I like the NYX Micro Brow Pencils, but I can't seem to find a shade that I really love on me. They're all a little bit red toned. So I actually ordered a few brow pencils. A bunch of you guys recommended some other brow pencils to me, and I did place an Ulta order, so I will have an Ulta haul coming very soon. But in the meantime, my go-to pencil has been the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Dark Brown. That's what I have on my brows today, and I just like this pencil. It's expensive. It's so much more expensive than the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, but it really does work well. So I'm still looking for an affordable alternative, but in the meantime, this has been my go-to. And then I tried the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel this month, and I don't know why, for the longest time I did not want to try out this product, but I ordered this one a while ago because a bunch of you guys were recommending it to me, and I'm so mad that it took me so long to try it out. It just makes your brows look fluffy and beautiful. I'm wearing it on my brows today, and I did talk about it on Instagram. I tried to show you guys on Instagram how it was working. It honestly is just like the perfect brow gel. It makes it look like you have more brow hair than you actually do. I really have very sparse brows, so I feel like this brow gel is more of a waxy texture, so it actually grabs onto the hairs, and I think that this really enhances the texture of my brows without necessarily locking them into place all day long. Like, I think if I was to rub my brow, I could probably rub it pretty much off, but I'm okay with that because I think it looks a little bit more natural compared to other brow gels that I use. I'm always on this weird journey to improve my brows. It is such a struggle, but I think they look better than they did this time last year. I'll put up a picture for you guys. They look less harsh in my opinion, so I'm getting there. It's a struggle, but these two have been my favorite. I did have a brow product fail, which I talked about in my Ulta haul update, but the Anastasia Brow Definer Triangular Brow Pencil did not work for me. I got the shade Dark Brown, and I was hoping this was going to be a good option for filling in the majority of my brow, and then I could use the Brow Wiz toward the front of my brow, but this is just really hard for me to use. I definitely need more of a precise brow pencil because I do have such sparse brows, so whenever I go in with this pencil, it's just a little bit too much and my brows get really out of hand really quickly. I got it on sale during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. It was $10. I was going to return it, but I'm just going to give it to my sister because she has really naturally thick brows that look amazing, so I'm thinking this might actually work well for her. It just doesn't work for me. So unfortunately, that was a fail, but now I know I just need something a little bit more precise. I do have two eyeshadow palette favorites, and I actually filmed a get ready with me using both of these. If you want to check it out, I'll link it in the eye above my head and in the description box below. But the first one is the e.l.f. Opposites Attract eyeshadow palette. This only retails for $14, so it's definitely more on the affordable side, and I just really like this palette. The colors in the palette are really beautiful. Half of the palette is cool toned, half is warm toned, and you just get a nice mix of mattes and metallics. It is a mainly matte eyeshadow palette, but I just find that I can get so many different looks using this palette, and a lot of really fun, colorful looks, some more subdued neutral looks, and it's just fun and easy to work with. The metallic shadows are very lightweight, so you can build them up. They're not intensely pigmented like Juvia's Place, but they still do have good pigmentation and they apply really well on the eyes. And then the matte shadows blend out really well. They are definitely buildable shadows, so they don't go on super pigmented, but as you build them up, you can build the color up. They will build and blend really well. So I'm really impressed by this palette. I saw they're releasing a second version called something having to do with classic something. I don't know. It's more of a neutral palette. So I'm definitely going to grab it because I just like the formula. I find myself reaching for this all the time. The other palette that I loved is the Urban Decay Elements eyeshadow palette. It is a holiday 2018 palette. And the more that I use this, the more that I like it. It's not that I didn't like it right off the bat. It's just when I look at this palette, I kind of see it as more of an accent palette. I don't get a lot of I don't get a lot of complete looks using this palette because there aren't a ton of matte shadows, and I do wear shimmer shadows in the crease, but in general I like to work with matte shadows as well. But I tend to pair it with other palettes in my collection, so I'll use it alongside of Opposites Attract or the Urban Decay Naked Cherry or really any other palette. And any of these shadows, any of the metallic shadows all over the lid, look so strikingly beautiful. They're just gorgeous on the eyes. They're super pigmented, easy to work with. Again, there are a couple of matte matte shadows that work well, that blend well, but I'm just impressed by the quality of this palette. I think Urban Decay does such a good job with their limited edition palettes in general, especially their colorful shades. They're just rich and pigmented and easy to work with. So this is definitely a fun palette if you like colorful shadows, or it might make a great gift option for somebody this holiday season. So I really like Paula's Choice. I use a few of their products, well, a lot of their products in my skincare routine fairly regularly. I think they make some really, really good things. And a few months ago, they released this daily replenishing body cream, and it has been a lifesaver for me. I think I've mentioned it on my channel before, but it's really been something that I've been reaching for during the month of October because my skin has been so irritated. I actually have eczema. It's not something that I usually talk about on YouTube because it's not like a fun topic, but I think between like my allergies and my anxiety, my skin has been just really, really bad. And a lot of body lotions just really irritate my skin and they make it worse. But this is a really, really good option because it's very gentle, it's very soothing, it's not overly hydrating, but it gives a good dose of moisture, and it's fragrance free, which is really important when it comes to my body lotions or my hand lotions because I don't know, anything with fragrance in them just kind of irritate my skin. My skin is not always easily irritated, but when it is easily irritated, then every little thing irritates it, if that makes sense. So I just try to stick with products that are like fragrance free, that are a little bit more gentle, and I really love this. I think it's a great option. So if you're looking for a good hand lotion, a good body lotion, this one is really, really nice. Another moisturizing product that I love, I think I just talked about this in a recent video, is the Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Cream. I knew that I was going to love this during the fall and the winter, but I purchased it I think back in the summertime, so I wasn't using it as regularly, and it's amazing. It is so moisturizing, but it does not leave my skin feeling overly moisturized. It has like a really nice soft satin finish, and honestly, the more that I use it, the better my skin looks. And I'm not the type of person that thinks you can only use Drunk Elephant products. Like, I've seen people say that your entire skincare routine has to be Drunk Elephant, and I don't think that's true. There are a lot of great products, a lot of great brands on the market. I personally think this is one of the best skincare products that I've tried in general. The more that I wear this product, the better my skin looks. It just looks refreshed and awake and moisturized and really beautiful. I just love it. I think it's worth every single penny. And with the VIB sale right around the corner, it might be worth checking out if you guys are looking for like the perfect moisturizer. I got the Farmacy Green Clean Makeup Meltaway Cleansing Balm in my BoxyCharm this month, and I love this product. You guys were leaving me so many comments on my BoxyCharm video saying that you liked this product so much that I actually tried it out that night. And again, I talked about it on my Instagram stories. I've been taking advantage of Instagram stories a little bit more this month. It's just an easy way to communicate with you guys when I'm not like posting a YouTube video, and it's fun to chat with you on there as well. But I love this product, you guys. It works so well. It literally takes off all of your makeup. It is non-irritating. It's just such like the perfect cleansing balm. I've tried so many cleansing oils, so many cleansing balms, and I have some that I like, but a lot of them irritate my eyes. My eyes get irritated so easily, and there's nothing worse than like a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil that burns your eyes. This does not irritate my eyes or my skin at all. I've actually used up like at least half of this because I've been using it every single time I've take off my makeup, and I've kind of switched to just using it on my eyes and then using something else on my face because I'm trying to use up other products in my collection. But I love using it on my eyes because it is so gentle and it doesn't irritate my eyes at all, but it removes all of my makeup, even like my stubborn Hourglass Caution mascara that like stays in place forever. It removes that, and it's like the perfect cleansing balm. So when I do run out of this, I am going to repurchase it. I believe it's sold at Sephora, but you guys were right. Like, so many of you guys were saying it's such a good product, and I'm definitely sold on it. It works so well. And then my last product is a fail as well. This is by the brand IGK. It is the Prenup Instant Spray Hair Mask. I've tried quite a few products from this brand, and to be completely honest with you guys, the majority of the products don't really work that well for me. I want to love the brand because it's cruelty-free. I think all of their products are vegan, and of course I want to be able to support brands that are cruelty-free and vegan, but the truth of the matter is, like, a lot of their products don't work for me personally, including this one. This is kind of weird. So it's basically a hair mask, but you spray it onto your hair in the shower. First of all, it's hard to use because it doesn't spray out like a typical like hairspray. It doesn't have a nice fine even mist. It kind of shoots out. So if you're spraying it directly onto your hair, it just shoots out onto one area. So I would try to do that, or I'd spray it into my hand and spread it out. And then on top of that, it just, I don't know, like my hair didn't feel or look any better after I used it. So unfortunately, this was a fail for me as well. What is your favorite hair mask though? Because I would definitely like to try some new ones. I love Briogeo. They're one of my favorite, if not my favorite hair care brands, but there are other brands out there. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I'm currently testing out the Yes to Carrots shampoo and conditioner. I placed an order on Grove. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. They have like cleaning supplies and like natural beauty and body products, and the majority of their products are cruelty-free, and I've been looking to replace home products like cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, dish soap, and things like that. So my husband and I have been like testing out a bunch of products from the website, and we found some that we really like. I think I really like the, I want to say Mrs. Meyer's brand. I believe that's what it's called, but I can maybe film a video on like my cruelty-free household favorites if you guys want to see that. I tried out like some toothpaste, some floss, like all kinds of things, and I'm not completely sold on a lot of them, but I do like some of them. So anyways, that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'm excited for November and December. I have tons of videos planned. I always say that, but like the holiday season, there's just so much stuff to talk about and so many videos to film, and I'm excited. So I hope you guys will subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye.